Soul Fam and everyone out there in the world, this is Moonology Institute Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Risings, and Mercuries for the first half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Libra. Now, the Sun, of course, is our actions, our viewpoints, and how we see the world around us, and it's going to be in the energies of Cardinal Ale, which is initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. Now, Libra itself was born out of the 7th house of relationships, how you relate to others, and that. So, with that being said, you, Virgo, are mutable earth, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and being practical. And Virgo itself was born out of the 6th house of work, schedule, routine, and health. Now, Virgo and Libra fatal attract each other, so with your mutable earth energies, you're going to see the more analytical and logical and more initiative side in the forms of communication to your mutable earth energies, which again is mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. So, I'm going to pull 9 cards out of the Universal Celtic Tarot deck after shuffling them, which I'm going to include in overall. Then I will move on to the Waite deck to clarify the cards, and then I'll move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. Shuffle this one more time and we will begin. So, your overall energy of the reading is the Ace of Cups. So you're giving birth to new emotions during this time of the Sun transitioning the first half of Libra. Now, your first card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is you giving birth to a new passionate idea and putting a lot of energy work into this said passionate idea, while learning along the way about it during the first half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Libra. Now as we move on to the second card, which is the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is talking about you already have planted seeds, but you're in a trial and error phase, as well as needing to not be impatient. It's a warning of being impatient, and instead be patient with what you are sowing so it can harvest fruitfully. And so you must not let yourself be impatient during this time, even if things don't seem like they're growing as fast as you would like them to. That doesn't mean that they're not going to grow at all. Alright? So have patience while putting the energy work into the seeds that you've already planted. Now your third card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the Wheel of Fortune, which is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo energy. So you could deal with an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have one of these placements in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Libra. So, with the Wheel of Fortune being here, you are going through changes and cycles. Don't fear the changes or cycles, embrace these changes and cycles, because fears are just fears of reality by you as a spirit being no thing, no shape, no form. Creating and agreeing with higher perspectives and creating and agreeing with, creating higher perspectives and creating and agreeing with positive or negative thoughts and feelings. But like I said, with the higher perspective, create higher perspectives and create and agree with positive thoughts and feelings during this time with the changes that are coming into your life. Alright? Now your fourth card is the Tower card, which is Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have Scorpio in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Libra. But with the Wheel of Fortune here as well, when we have the Tower, and later on when we talk about the Death card as well, you're dealing with a lot of transformation during this time. So with the Tower specifically, there's something that's fallen down, alright? Either positively or negatively. You might have a negative mindset fall down, or something positive. We'll have to clarify this when we get to it. Now, with the 5th card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, we get the Star card, which is the Aquarius energy. So you may be dealing with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or have Aquarius in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But this is a really a time of optimism, where you need to be optimistic, as well as focusing on healing as well. Alright? So, overall, you're healing, like I said, and being optimistic during this time, specifically dealing with this Tower moment, alright? Or just your life in general during the first half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now, your 6th card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the 8 of Wands. So you're taking action and communicating about what you want and desire during the first half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra, with the 8 of Wands being here. Now with the 9, not the 9, but with the 7th card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, we get the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups is talking about dreams or illusions or even choices in your life. If you're dealing with a dream, continue to put energy work into said dream, especially if it's for your highest good and the betterment of your well-being. If it's an illusion, then do your best to get out of said illusion, and don't let these illusions affect you in a negative way. Or if it's choices, then do your best to narrow it down to 2 or 3 main choices, so you're not all over the place and being a jack of trade and a master of none. So with that being said, moving on to the 8th card, which is the Death card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck. So this is Scorpio energy. Like I said, with the Tower, there's a lot of Scorpionic energy in this reading. So this is a really time of transformation for you during the first half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But with the Death card, this is energy of transformation, and we'll have to clarify the Death card to see exactly what is transforming for you during the first half of the Sun transition in the sign first half. With the first half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now with your 9th card for the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, you get the 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords is talking about choices and you in a decision-making process, as you can see here with the Moon in this 2 of Swords, as well as with the Waite 2 of Swords as well. The Moon represents intuition, so follow what your intuition is telling you during this time to make the best choice for your higher self and the better of your well-being during the first half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now, let's move on to clarifying these cards. So, let's clarify the Ace of Cups in the overall position. So the Ace of Cups is clarified by the 9 of Cups. So by you being independent and sufficient in your own emotions, you are being put into the energies of giving birth to new emotions, dealing with work, business, a goal, aspiration, a relationship, whatever the case may be. There is new emotions being birthed from being independent and sufficient in your own emotions. So this is a really good card to see. It's 1 cup away from the 10 of Cups, which is complete bliss and happiness in the emotional realm and having everything that you want and need. Also with the 9 of Cups, you have everything that you need in the emotional realm, but you may not have everything that you want, but you aren't letting that affect you in a negative way. Now with the Page of Wands, let's clarify the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is clarified by the Magician card. So you're in manifestation mode right now, and plus the Magician is your own energy, so you're standing in your power. Or you could be dealing with a fellow Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, and you already have Virgo in your chart. So let's move on to talking about this Magician. You are in manifestation mode, And from this manifestation mode, you are manifesting from giving birth to this new passionate idea and vision while running along the way during the first half of the sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Chariot card, which is Cancer energy. So you could be there with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or have Cancer in your chart, and so these energies would be amplified for you during the first half of the sun transition in the sign of Libra. But with it clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, you are emotionally going towards what you want and desire, and you're doing your best to sow the seeds that you've already planted. Keep in mind though, and be aware to not be impatient during this time while you are working on whatever seeds you have sowed during the first half of the sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is an energy of being dealing with choppy waters, aka unstable emotions. So you may be a little bit introverted because of the changes, or in this is bringing about changes and cycles, specifically karmic cycles, because that's what the Wheel of Fortune is about as well, is karmic cycles. So do your best to open yourself up and don't let these unstable emotions get the betterment of you. Instead, create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings about these unstable emotions so you can rise above water and walk on water, symbolically speaking. Now with the Tower card is clarified by the Emperor card. So the Emperor is Aries energy. So you could be dealing with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have Aries in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during first half of the sun transitioning the sign of Libra, but you are taking power and control over your life, which is allowing you to let the tower fall. I feel like this is negative stuff falling and not positive stuff. As you see with the Magician, the Chariot, the Star card, the Eight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, clarifying the Tower card that this tower is negative mindsets, and you pushing and breaking through it, taking power and control over your life and being very fatherly like to yourself as well as to other people around you. Now with the Star card is clarified by the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. So you could be dealing with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or have Taurus in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during this first half of the sun transition in the sign of Libra. But with the Hierophant clarifying the Star card, you are being committed towards something which is really helping you be optimistic and heal throughout this time of the first half of the sun transition in the sign of Libra. So stay committed to whatever it is that you're putting commitment to, especially if it's your highest good and the betterment of your well-being. Now with the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy. So you can deal with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Sagittarius in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now with the Temperance card clarifying the Eight of Wands, by you combining two or more words together in equilibrium and harmony, as you can see here with the equal mixture between the cups, you are being put into the energies of taking action and communicating about what you want and desire during the first half of the sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is clarified by the King of Pentacles. So you are being very business savvy and business-like, and you've also worked really hard to be in a place of success. Just don't let your ego get in the way of going further and beyond and striving for more. Don't always stay at the top, because the only way to go when you're on top and you stay on top is the way down. Eventually things will start getting boring, eventually things will start getting dull, you won't have anything new come up. So always strive for more even if you are on top of the world or feel like you're on top of the world. Alright, but this clarifying the Seven of Cups means that by you being in the successful energy, you are achieving your dreams or going after your dreams and getting out of your illusions. Or you also could have a lot of choices dealing with this business that you have going on that is being successful for you. Now with the Death card is clarified by the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is talking about again a choice, just like the first two of swords that we talked about here with the ninth card. Both of these two of swords have the moon. The moon is right here. I don't know if you can see it. And then there's a moon right there. Anyways, yeah. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, right there. So with the moon being on there, being on the card, that means that represents your intuition. So follow your intuition at this time to make the choice most beneficial to you for the benefit of your well-being and your highest good, and transform anything and everything that you need to in order to reach that place of success during the first half of the sun transitioning the sign of Libra. Now with the two of swords is clarified by the sun card, which is Leo energy. So you could be dealing with the Leo, sun, moon, rising, or have Leo in your chart. If so, these energies would be amplified for you during the first half of the sun transitioning the sign of Libra. And with both Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius being and showing up with this Wheel of Fortune, this is a really time of expressions, healing, transformation, and realizing your value, as well as putting energy work into the seeds that you've planted. And it's really pointing this towards this change in Wheel of Fortune for you. So with the Sun card, this is itself, this represents happiness, and from this happiness you are having choices for yourself, which is follow your intuition to make the best choice for you and your better with your well-being and your highest good during the first half of the sun transitioning the sign of Libra. Now, let's pull 3 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. Okay, so 1. So your first card from Mother Moon to you through me is Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. So be bold and make the first move during this time with these visions that you're giving birth to for yourself, that is coming from this manifestation energy. These you emotionally going after what you want and desire. This choices that you are wanting to make very heavily by taking action after what you want and desire, and do your best to be bold and make the first move, like Mother Moon says to you as the best advice for you during the first half of the sun transitioning the sign of Libra. Now your second card from Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. So it is a time to give rather than take during this time. So don't be afraid to give, and don't just sit there and take, but give to others who you need to give to, or share your work or whatever visions that you have with the world, because like Mother Moon says, it is a time to give rather than take. Now your last card, but definitely not least, from Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon. A new start is coming. So a new start is coming for you, as we can see here with the Sun card, we can see here with the Wheel of Fortune, we can see here with the Death card and the Magician, that there is new energies coming to you that is going to bring, again, a sense of newness in your life during the first half of the sun transitioning the sign of Virgo. Now, with that being said, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury's, that will be all I have for you during the first half of the sun transitioning the sign of Libra, and your general reading for said energies. Shout outs to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dola the Pilot Man. Y'all stay, I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Y'all be blessed. Know that you'll never be less. Y'all take care and peace.